Hi, and welcome back to another vlog. Kona, Shagya. I'm so happy to have you. I'm out for a walk bright and early today. It's only, well, it's 8:29, so, but I guess it's still early. There's heavy fog today, and I just love this type of weather. It is gorgeous. It is nice and chilly. I'm in my element. It's just perfect. We're gonna go home because, well, we've got things to take care of at home. Sewing to do, all that good stuff. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. We are so happy to have you. I'm excited. I'm excited for the simple fact that I get to share our life with you. I absolutely enjoy making these vlogs. But yeah, let's go home. But it is heavy. It's heavy fog out here. And I'm loving it. It's also gorgeous. It amplifies the orange and browns. Well, mostly browns, but I don't know. Today it feels the fallen leaves and grass looks more orange than brown. I guess the fog makes it more vibrant. Anyways, that's what I think. I also forgot to mention earlier that I'm also baking sourdough today, and it has been quite the day. It's already 3 o'clock and it's still rising. Well, I just preheated the oven, but we've been having a little bit of trouble heating the bakery, so the bread rises a lot slower, so it's taking a lot longer. Usually around this time I would be done baking the sourdough, but I'm not. But now we're getting ready to bake. I put hot water under here so that the steam helps with rising, and I continuously switch that. I also brought my own heater to help. And just now I actually turned off this heater so I can talk to you, which, I mean, I'm done. It's done rising. I'm gonna go bake it, so it's no big deal. But the bakers are gonna want the heater on for tomorrow. So we'll turn it on. And let's go bake this bread. It's ready, it's ready, it's ready, and I haven't scored it. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is wine. I was trying to catch fruit flies. They're bad. And they were attacking my bread. I got a few. Other side. Seven, 28, 29 loaves of sourdough. I'll leave it to cool down for a little bit, and then I'll come back later and clean it up. And in the meantime, they can also take some home if they want to. So yeah. Okay. See you later. Look what I got. Do you have any idea how excited I am about this book? I love anything and all things sourdough, but I have really been wanting to get into making gluten-free sourdough, and I honestly didn't know where to start until I found this book. I was influenced by somebody else, but I watched her video and it seemed easy enough, so I was like, you know what, we'll try it. So I was able to get my hands on this book, and now I've started making the starter. I think it's gonna take me about 7 to 10 days to make the starter. I like the fact that she uses flours that we have on hand. There's some very good sourdough recipes in here. There's an olive and garlic loaf and an apple loaf that I'm looking forward to. But she also has things like scones, naan, breadsticks, a quiche. She also has cinnamon buns, and I am looking forward to it. I started today. I started making my starter today. You have to feed it 2 times a day. I figured I would take you along my gluten-free sourdough baking journey. I think there's people that might be interested. I've had people ask me if I have ever made gluten-free sourdough, so I'm excited. And just in case you want to know if this book is worth it, if the recipes are any good, I'm willing to be the guinea pig and test this out for you. Autumn walnut and apple bread. This is one that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you're interested. If you're not, I totally understand. Sourdough is not everybody's cup of tea. We'll see you in the evening when it needs to be fed again. It's time to feed the starter. 50 grams warm water, 20 grams of each. And now the buckwheat. Whoa, phew, that was close. I almost forgot to zero it. My jar is a little big. I think I overestimated the size, but this is all I could find, so it'll do for now. So now we cover it, and I'll feed it again tomorrow morning. I'm getting more and more excited about this, and it's only day 1. It's the afternoon now, and I did feed my starter this morning. But in my last vlog, I showed a clip of my grandma knitting, and somebody asked me what it was she was making. And I realized I have never actually shown you where she's making the slippers. So, we'll go see.
Du weißt nicht, wann die Oder wo.
Ooh, they're soft. Goodness. There's currently a sermon going. The thing with our funerals is they get broadcasted live. Well, not just a recording, but anybody can then feel free to listen in. So today's actually day 6 of the feeding. It has risen quite nicely. Moved again. But she said in the book that you should keep it out of direct sunlight. So I just put a towel over it because I gotta put it in the washer because it's the warmest place. But yeah, it's rising nicely. That's beginning to smell so good. I don't want to tilt it. And it has bubbles. I plan on making sourdough on Saturday. So I'm actually looking forward to it because then it will be day 8. Day 7 to 10, she has a list of requirements that the sourdough needs to have before you start baking it. And yes, I did change jars again. I wasn't happy with my previous jars and containers, so I switched to this one. It's working better. But yeah, still got time before the last feeding for today. Oh boy, I put this rubber band here so that I can tell how much it grew. But this afternoon I was looking at it all excited. See this line up here? That's how far it had risen. But after I put it back, I wanted to show it to my mom, so I looked at it again and I noticed it had fallen drastically. So, don't know if that's good or bad. I have no idea. But it's feeding time, so we'll feed this. Because I really want to bake bread tomorrow really badly. But I guess if I can't, I can't. I can't go bake bread just because I want to. I like to use different containers so that I don't make a mistake. This is my leftover starter. There's quite a bit in here. And a few days ago, when feeding it, I made a mistake. And good thing I still had leftover starter, so it was no big deal. I just took more starter and fed it again. But since then, I have started measuring it out in different containers. There we go. We'll check on it tomorrow. Okay, we're making the bread. We're starting with the leaven. I've already pre-measured my flour. I'm looking forward to this. She said in a jar, 100 grams water, your flours, your starter, and then you have to let it rest in the oven with the light on until 8:30 p.m. And then you make the flour. And then you make the dough. Let me give you my starter. As you look at that, I think it's safe to say I can start making bread. Okay, this is not ideal. I don't know, my scale has been acting fishy, so I think I'm gonna redo it. But I'm gonna put it in a bowl so it's easier for me to get in with my spatula. Okay, now this sits until 8:30 this evening. So it's gonna be a late one, but that's fine. It says put into the oven with the light on. We don't have that option on our oven, so I'm just gonna put it in and leave it open a little bit so that the light is on. So I left it open a crack, so we'll see. I'm a newbie when it comes to gluten-free sourdough. Same idea, but still a different process. Gluten-free reacts differently than gluten. Hopefully you can hear me. I know that thing is very loud, but it's currently a little bit after 5, and this week they started landscaping. There was an area back there that needed help, and now they have turned it into a place where we park our fire trucks, which is a wonderful idea because it's the perfect place for them. And up until now we really didn't have a proper place to park the fire trucks that aren't yet built. But anyways, they've had luck this week. It has been really gorgeous weather, but today's the first day where it's actually very cold and there's a light drizzle, but they were advised I'm too far gone now, but they were advised to finish the packing before the ground freezes, so they're trying to get it done today. I think they might. Oh, my hands are I have to take off my gloves so that I can film this. Oh, my hands are freezing. Did I say everything? They have to finish the packing before the ground freezes, which is why it's already 5 on a Saturday and they are still busy. And it's cold. I'm so glad I have my toque and my winter jacket, and I really gotta put on my gloves because this is a bit much. Guys, it's snowing. It's snowing. My day is made. I've been waiting so long for this. You can see it here a lot better. Wow. So now it's a little bit after 8:30 and I am getting ready to start making the bread. I have already measured my flour. The recipe called for pumpkin seeds, but we didn't have any on hand, so I substituted for sunflower seeds. Hopefully that'll be okay. Oh, and I have to show you the leaven. So whatever I did with my oven, it worked. I'm so excited. Yes, anyways, let's continue. I think I have to hurry a little bit because you have to add the maple syrup, water and psyllium husk, and you have to be kind of quick because she says the psyllium husk helps gel, so I'm gonna try and do this fast. Unfortunately, here's another problem. I can't do maple syrup right now. I'm gonna have to go with honey, so hopefully it'll still work. 30. Stir in the psyllium husk to form a gel. Immediately whisk to prevent lumps from forming. Then whisk in the leaven. I'll need a proofing bowl. This is all I have, so this is left to do. And I also don't have all those other fancy sourdough gadgets that people use. She talks about a Benetton. She talks, am I saying that correctly? She talks about a scoring knife. I don't have all those things, so I'm trying to make it work with the appliances that I do have. Okay, you pretty little thing, you. Whoa. Cover with a lid and leave in the oven for an hour. Problem is this container does not come with a lid, so we're gonna do saran wrap. And then I also put a tea towel over it. And then after this hour it goes into the fridge overnight. And tomorrow at 7:30 I have to put it out of the fridge. So I'm gonna have to set my alarm because we never have breakfast on Sundays, so I don't get up until a little bit later. The one thing I love about this book is she has a suggested timeline when she likes to do things, and it helps a lot. So 8 o'clock on a Monday, on a Sunday, oh my goodness, and 6. To be honest, I have never really been a fan of dusting dough or anything in general with flour. But I decided for the sake of this recipe, it being a first time and all that, I'll do it. It's the texture that I can't stand. Place the hot sourdough on a wire rack to cool for at least 2 hours before slicing it. Otherwise, you will end up with a gummy loaf that will dry out quickly. Okay. Earlier, I couldn't help myself and I caught myself a piece. It had been resting for 2 hours at that point. Kayla was also here earlier. She tried it. She said it's good. The taste is good. It is sour. I mean, sourdough is supposed to be. The amount of sour is just perfect for this bread. Now, just wait till I get a chance to toast it, but for now, butter will do. Is the book worth it? I would say so. This is only the beginner loaf. It's the first one I tried, but I'm looking forward to making more of the sourdough loaves, especially the ones that have different flavors. Cranberry and walnut. I mean, oh my goodness, that is a perfect Christmas combination. The picture that I posted on Instagram, I'm just going through your replies and seeing what you like on your sourdough. All your ideas sound so good. If I ever have a chance, I'll try them. But for now, I am cutting myself another piece of sourdough. With all that being said, I think I will end the vlog here, but before I go, I want to go back to earlier this week when they were working on the roof of the new house that we are building. I managed to get a couple of drone clips and I figured you would enjoy them. So with that being said, cue the drone clips and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.